The Royal Mint says it's not planning to make any new 2 pence or £2 coins in the next 10 years as demand has dropped. With more of us using contactless payments, the Mint says there is a mountain of unused coins in storage. National Audit Office says it could become harder to access cash in the future for those who rely on it. Let's have a look at the papers. This is an important day today. We're speaking to the Health Secretary a little later on 7:30 this morning. Let's have a look at some of the headlines ahead of what he may be saying. Northeast lockdown leading the front of the Newcastle Chronicle this morning, outlining some of the new restrictions for residents in parts of the region now under, including a ban on meeting other households in homes and gardens and a curfew on pubs.
The Metro looks at the coronavirus numbers, reporting that the number of people testing positive in England has risen by 75% in 1 week.
The Telegraph reporting that hospitals and councils have been told to find extra beds for coronavirus patients within 2 weeks. It also says family visits to care homes could be paused in virus hotspots.
And the Mail, a different health story there, making the front page. It reports that the NHS is facing nearly £1 billion in legal fees over lawsuits against maternity wards. The former Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, has written about the issue in the paper.
Have you got anything else for us?
I have. It's interesting. We're talking to Keith, a member of the Pink Floyd later on, aren't we? We're talking to Nick Mason, who's the drummer, who's brought out a new album. And it was just really interesting. I'm a big fan of Van Morrison, his music, anyway. And he's just written some new music, producing 3 tracks. He's actually protesting against the restrictions. It's timely, considering we're talking about the potential for a new type of national lockdown, potentially. He's just releasing 3 songs. And I just thought, and, you know, when you listen to some of Van Morrison's songs, some brilliant songs there, you know, it's the top line of this in the Telegraph is, have I told you lately that I hate the government's COVID restrictions? So he's got these 3 songs, No More Lockdown, Born to be Free, and As I Walked Out. So, you know, he sang Have I Told You Lately in Bright Side of the Road. I just thought it was really interesting seeing musicians, artists expressing how they feel during lockdown, because scientists say that a rapid coronavirus test has been developed and that it can accurately diagnose an infection within 90 minutes without needing a specialist laboratory. The device is already being used in 8 NHS hospitals and the government has ordered more. It's most useful for helping to quickly identify people with Covid-19 in hospitals rather than mass testing.